Hello everyone and welcome back to Gaming Droid and welcome back to 7 Days to Die, Fast Pit Trap and Quick Start. So last time we left off just before we raided the dock, I am looking primarily for food because I'm running low on food at the moment. With building a pit trap, if you want to build a pit trap within the first 7 days you are going to have to forsake a lot of resource gathering to do it. And so we are running low on food and so we are just going to have to try and find food in this dock. There's a little bit of food. A little bit of cat food, but cat food is still food. I'd really like to be able to find something to hunt and be able to find some meat, because I have got a campfire set up and I could cook some meat back at home. But I am just not... Ooh. Is that blueberries? Is that blueberries or snowberries? Blueberries or snowberries? Blueberries or snowberries? As you can see, plenty of stone from digging. That was blueberries. Excellent. So blueberries will allow me to make blueberry muffins if I get my farm set up. I do have corn seeds, so I can make corn, which means I can make cornmeal, water, and blueberry muffins. It does mean growing them, which will take a couple of days. Not sure if they'll be done before the pit trap is done, but at least I'll have something to eat after the pit trap. Always aim for the easiest thing to cut through. Cap, not worth it. Ooh, hay bales. Excellent. Hay bales are wonderful when you're building a pit trap because hay bales negate fall damage. They can make a quick entrance to your pit trap if you set them up as a place to fall into the pit trap. And they can also give you a little bit of protection when you are doing the pit trap. When you're actually building the pit trap. So we've got another building to raid. Not really many zombies today. Duct tape might be useful, might be able to make myself a mining helmet if I can find a torch somewhere. And I'm going to head across the lake up here because I might be able to find some bird nests, get a few more feathers, get a few more eggs. Get everything done and set. Ooh, chicken. Chicken, 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 chicken. Give me your meat, chicken. I desire meat. Give me your chickeny meat. Chicken meat, chicken meat, chicken meat, chicken meat, chicken meat. Now I can have some feathers and some meat. This is deeper than I thought it was. I did not realize this was quite so deep. I'm going to run out of oxygen before I get to harvest the chicken. Okay, so that was a little bit of a mistake on my side. I'm going to run out of oxygen before I can harvest the chicken, and it's not worth dying to harvest the chicken. So that was a bit of waste of meat. I should have really chased the chicken to the other side of the lake and killed it just before it got out of the water. Not really going to bother with him at the moment. I do have a sprained leg from falling down the pit at one point. Deer. So, stealth hit on the deer? Yes, sneak attack bonus on the deer. And because it was sneak attack bonus, something that a lot of people don't realise is animals do indeed take head damage. One thing that is slightly weird is that the dog's head is actually slightly behind the dog's head, so it's one of the reasons why dogs are so hard to kill is hitting them in the head isn't necessarily a head hit. But animals do take head damage, so sneak attack times 2 plus damage for striking something in the head gives me a nice high damage on that. And I got a decent amount of meat because I have a nice hunting dagger. I have a nice hunting knife. I'm going to eat some of the zombie meat. It's going to give me food poisoning, which is going to drain my stamina, and it's going to drain my wellness slightly. But it's a source of food bonus. It's a source of food points. And to be honest, I don't really care that much about a couple of points of wellness. I can gather wellness reasonably easily, and because I've got such a high level of minus 69er now, because at this point I've invested 2 levels worth of minus 69er in, I'm almost at the point where I actually have maxed out minus 69er. Well, not maxed out, I've almost got to the point where I've got 3 levels of minus 69er, and if you have stamina regen from Sexual Tyrannosaurus plus minus 69er, you essentially can mine forever. So I'm going to head back to the base, I'm going to cook up some meat, and then I'm going to head down into the pit trap. And I will see you all there. Okay, so I've set up my farm, I've put some meat and some water on to cook, I've planted my blueberries and I've planted my corn. I'm now going to head back into the pit trap. You can see day 5, we're starting to come towards the end of day 5. We're starting to come towards the point where I'm starting to think about where I'm going to set up my pit trap and how I'm going to set up my pit trap. How I'm going to get my pit trap done effectively. So you can see down we go, down here, and we're going to get back to digging. A little bit of a fall, you can catch yourself on the ladder. not hugely safe, but I have enough HP that that fall wouldn't have killed me anyway. But because I am ground now, and because I have a lid on top, I can actually mine quite safely through the night. I can work quite safely through the night on my pit trap, because I don't really have to worry that much about zombies. The main reason for that is, like, I'm far enough down now that on non-horde nights, zombies are going to struggle to find me. The detection range of zombies is, I believe, through blocks is 20, unless you're carrying meat, in which case it's 30. So with the lid on, they're detecting me through a block, so I have plenty of distance now. My aim would be, with a pit trap, normally to get it to bedrock, because if you have them fall to bedrock, then you've got usually a 50 block fall, and a 50 block fall is usually enough to kill everything except for lumberjacks, fat cops, and raging ferals. Everything else would die from 50 block fall. But in this particular case, I'm going to go early because it's the 7th day horde. I'm not going to get a huge number of special zombies, and anything that does fall and survive is going to be very, very easy for me to kill. And I just don't have time to do it to bedrock. So I just wanted to check where I was headed with this one, because I did have on my desktop a little bit of information about survival rates for zombies and survival depth for zombies. Someone's done some very useful charts where they basically say, like, this zombie on this hard difficulty will survive this depth of fall. And there you can see elevation, and you can see that I'm basically planning to get myself down to 30 block, minus 30 blocks. It would be nice to start on a plus level. I think the floor above me is +1 or +2. It's not as high as it could be. If you start on a +20 and you can get down to -30, you of course got a 50 block fall. I started on a +1 or 2. If I can get down to 30, that's giving me a just over a 30 block fall, which would be plenty for killing off the zombies. So this is the next process, which is digging out this down to -30. So I will see you all in a couple of minutes. Okay, so you can see here that I've dug down quite significantly, and you can see I'm digging out the ring. I've dug slightly outside. Basically, I dug down till I got to the depth I wanted, and then started digging out a ring. There's different ways of doing it. This is fine when you get to this point, and I'm going to show you basically the way that we get rid of this massive pillar of rock in the center. The massive pillar of rock, if I was to dig all of that away as I went down, it would definitely take me until day 21, or at the very least day 14, and I just wouldn't be able to gather enough food to survive. But you can see that what I've done is I've undermined the pillar. I've taken out the rock from the bottom of the pillar. If you look at the bottom right to the corner screen there, I've taken out a flat sheet of rock directly under the pillar that's taken away everything. And now what I'm doing is I'm mining the edge. I like to leave a wall on the side of the pillar unbroken, 3 to 4 deep, before I mine out the bottom, because what I want to do is I want to be able to stand basically like this into a little alcove to the side, so I'm not standing directly beside the pillar, because falling rock can do damage to you. Now bear in mind this rock pillar is made out of a mix of stone, which is 500 and requires a pick, gravel, which is 100 and requires a spade, and iron, which is 1000 and requires a pick. This block is approximately 20 blocks deep, and it is a 3x4 block. So that is a lot of endurance, that's a lot of durability that we're going to have to get rid of. And we're going to have to get rid of it in a reasonably efficient way. And this is how we're going to do it. We've mined down in a ring, and we've mined out the underside of it, and now we are taking out the walls. And I'm going to tuck myself away as much as I can. I can't remember whether I finished mining out the edge around the side. I don't think I have, but we are going to just dig this through, and we are going to see what happens when we finish off our pit trap. And the great thing is you can do this from the ceiling of the world to bedrock, and it works exactly the same way as it's going to work here. So it doesn't matter how deep your pit is. So this is what we've got, and this is I'm quite impressed with the structural stability of this stone now, because there we go. I hide in the corner as far back as I can. You can see I almost get hit with a few things. Ooh, actually I think I might have taken a little bit of damage there. And you can see that this is now gravel. And that entire column of stone, which was hundreds and hundreds of blocks of gravel, hundreds and hundreds of blocks of stone, has now turned into what is approximately 18 blocks of gravel. So I've taken hundreds and hundreds of blocks of stone and turned it into 18, maybe 20 blocks of gravel, which I can dig up in a couple of swipes with a spade. And that also gives me sand for making adobe, which is part of the build. So you can see that this is a nice, easy way of getting rid of a massive pillar of rock. And there we have our pit trap depth set, basically. There's some wood there because that's the wooden frames from the sidewall. You can see that I had the wooden frames and the ladders set up, and when the rock collapses it does pull those down with you, so don't do this if you've got no wood, otherwise you're going to be stuck digging your way out of here, which is going to be great fun for you. Make sure you're carrying wood on you. In my opinion, you should always be carrying part stack of stone, a part stack of wood, and a part stack of plant fibre. That just gives you so many options for dealing with situations. So you can see that now I have this nice deep pit trap. I've got a few in-cuts here and there in the wall where I didn't quite figure out exactly where I wanted to go. I'm going to cut another floor down because I'm down to 29, I think. I'm down to a 29 block fall, and I think I want to make it down to a 30 block fall. So what I'll do is I'll continue cutting down to a 30 block fall, and I will see you in a couple of minutes. Okay, so I dug down a little section. We're going to do another collapse, and then we're going to go up and we are going to grab a few bits and pieces for us to work on our pit trap, because it's now coming to the day where we're going to have to actually put together a pit trap. So I'll show the construction of the pit trap. I might do a new video to show the actual construction of the pit trap, but it's actually quite simple, so I might add it into this video. I think I'll add it into this video. As you can see, I'm just going to do another collapse, and then I'm going to build my ladders up and out of here, depending on how long the pit trap. Actually, the pit trap will probably take a full day to construct, so I'll probably do a separate video for it. But now we've got the full depth, we've dug this out, we've had another collapse of stone, and everything is formed. The reason I didn't get any too deep sections here is because I was collapsing less, so it took less time. The way you get too deep sections is things falling on the floor take a certain amount of time to turn into gravel, and once it turns into gravel, then something landing on top of it can then turn into gravel on top, so you can get a certain depth. I'm going to build my way up and out. I've got some ladders and some frames ready. I'm just going to plan out the base here. What I want is I want a 3x3 of spikes at the bottom, and once I've figured out where my 3x3 of spikes is going to go, because I want a 3x3 of spikes around it, but I do want to be able to move around the outside. I'll cut here and we'll come back with the actual construction of the pit trap. I will see you all in the next episode. Bye!